All right, welcome back. Kult of Athena blade reviews. We have the Windlass Golden Coast Cutlass. What is it? Well, we're going to tell you about it. First of all, check out the shirts. Kult of Athena shirts, cultofathena.com. Check them out. Awesome Viking helmet. Got one with an owl on it too, but you got to check it out in the link below. So this blade, we're going to take a look at. It's a single-edge saber. Got an awesome handguard. Protect that hand. That way you can still shop through your Christmas season and all that. Cut testing, some specs. You know what we're going to do. You've been here a while. Let's get to it. All right, this single-edge blade, the Golden Coast Cutlass from Windlass Steel Crafts. We have a single-edge blade, like I said before, thick stock in the back of it, no back edge. Actually, no false edge either, so super durable. High carbon steel, as all Windlass blades are. Blade length, overall length, first of all, is a little bit over 34 inches. 34.5 inches. So still versatile, single-hand blade. Got a kind of swept back blade for all types of slashing that you would consider with a saber type blade. So primarily slashing, still got thrust as well. Blade length 27.25 inches, all the way from the handguard to the very tip. So you're looking at basically from the inside of the shoulder, about the length of my arm, a little bit longer. So super versatile. You got all your slashing, you got all your thrusting, but you already knew that, right? So we'll take a look at the blade up close. Like I said before, high carbon steel on this blade. What I actually really like about it is there is not a back edge, because a lot of the blades I've been doing have back edges on them, and you don't really use it with a swept back blade like this. Think of like a katana that's skinnier, and it basically feels like a katana with a more pronounced handguard, and a little bit heavier, honestly, which is not a bad thing. Handguard, you have this like brassy bronze finished handguard. Protects the outside of the hand if the blade was to hypothetically run off, protecting the hand on the outside flank, especially if you're on this side and your opponent is circling clockwise. So with that, protects the hand, protects the knuckle line as well. If you're coming out on the slash, you should know how to protect your hand if you're fighting with blades. But when you're coming out to here, you can see on the forehand, it kind of glances off. That way it's just there for protection. Hopefully you don't get into a sword fight. Hopefully you just have this for a Christmas present. But if that happens, Windlass has you covered. Moving on from the handguard, we have a nut pommel construction, so this does actually screw off. I don't want to screw it off right now because then I'm going to have to cut with it in a second. But the pommel is a nut construction, so just thread it on the inside. So don't go banging trees on this. I know we used to do that with videos. Not doing it anymore, dude. It's just wasting swords. So we're using the tatami mats. If you need tatami, by the way, go to cultofathena.com. We got you covered on that. So nut pommel construction, we got the handguard, protects the hand, of course. It is a leather wrap grip with a little bit of steel wiring. This is that way you can really keep some retention on the grip. They also cover you on the forefinger as well. That way it wraps around, you get that thumb and that forefinger, which secures your grip. A little bit of room if you got a big meaty hand, you'll be all right. These actually come unsharpened, so if you're looking to get this sharpened, you're going to want to click the little link that says add a sharpening service. Might take an extra day or two, so if you're looking to order for Christmas, you better get on that because it gets busy. So this is super sharp. Mark did a great job on it. I can actually just see it. Very sharp edge, like I said, a single edge blade. Pretty cool. Scabbard wise, pretty standard Windlass scabbard like you've seen before. You know, no Windlass. Stitched on the back, thin scabbard, nothing protecting this, so don't speed draw these. Brass, little notch right here so you can tie something around it if you wanted to wear this on your belt, or you can just carry it around town. If you live in Texas, you can do that now too. Don't actually carry this around town. But steel tip as well, the little brass piece covering the tip of the sword. That way if you were to drop it or have it on the ground, it doesn't go through into the floor and now you're charged with liability. So this it's pretty cool. Like I said before, if you are going to draw this and you get it sharpened, just put your hand, I'm recommending you put the hand on the brass for safety. But this is not a video on sword drawing, so you got to do your own research on that. Let's take a look at some specs on it, up close looks at it in the scabbard, out of the scabbard. Point of use is pretty obvious on this one. It's a cut and thrust sword. Primary on the slashing, you got more initiation. It's actually really easy to maneuver and keep in place. I don't fight saber, but I fight with primarily single edge blades and train with them for Kali. They're usually about a foot shorter than this. But even for this not being like a primary blade for me, still pretty easy to move around. So if you're really good with a saber, then you'll probably really enjoy this because you're gonna already be comfortable with this shape of blade. So from here, we'll do some specs, close-ups, we'll pan the cut testing. Let's get to it. All right, now we're gonna go to the cut testing. Let's see what this golden cutlass can do. Oh, that was so easy, dude. I feel like you got a sharpening surface on it. It's getting basically the last like 6 to 8 inches on the edge of this. That's basically your main point of percussion with that. So got 2 solid cuts on it. I actually didn't even hit the part that's like noticeably soaked, but because I soaked these a couple days overnight, the water still retains in here really well, which is how you're gonna get the most bang for your buck with the tatami mats anyway. But yeah, so these cut super well. This is the first cut. All right, so there you have it, the Windlass Steel Crafts Golden Coast Cutlass. We'll do some specs on this, some up close looks of course, and then we did some cut testing. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this blade. One of your favorite features on it, maybe the handguard, maybe the pommel, the actual blade itself, or maybe even the actions of with the cut testing. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, let me know what you want to see. I'll talk to you soon.